Okay, so this is... Okay, so that's working. And then can we back out of here? Just double check this. Okay. I think we're okay. So now I'm going to go check the actual social platforms here. So let's go look. And we want to grab a... I'm going to grab, I think, another one of these here. Okay. So 33 seconds. We're going to fucking get rid of all this bullshit. Get rid of that. And that. So now we have the stream and we have the space, and they're both working, I think, which is pretty cool. So, since we have that, and then we have Restream, which can go over here. Let's see. Ideally? Okay, so if we view there, then we can also view on... Just grab this here, I think. Go here. Go... Can I share this? Let's see. Grab some chat. Get that. Weird. Why? Does it say? Okay, Elon broke his chat mechanisms. This is very good. I like this. Very high quality platform. Love it. Okay, cool. So chat is not going to work, but that's fine. Chat is not going to work there. Then this should be on there. Oh gosh. And then live chat replay was turned off. Why? Let me go here. Okay. Pop out chat. Okay, now we have chat. Very good, very good. Put that in the right browser. And then we have the restream with also the chat. And I think we're in good shape there. So now we get to pick what windows we want to share, which I believe will be... think about how I'm going to do this. I think this, we're going to want to... What are we going to want to do here? We're going to need at least 2 browsers, I think. And so we should do this. We should do this. This is how we should do it. Do that. I'm kind of fine with this just being a little bit of a test thingy here. It's not a big deal. So we can dump this, and dump that. And this is going to go here, and that's going to go there. Go over here. Then this is going to go here. No, it's going to go here. And we're going to go to research, and then, presumably, let's do another one of these. Go here. Okay. And then I think we have OBS there. Oh no, that's going to troll me because it is going to show me the actual thing here. Let's okay. Maybe that'll be okay. Cool. So that should work. I have that, and then this. If I go to chat, maybe. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, it's not going to let me do that, which is fine. Grab a chat overlay here. Watch this. I see, I see. Very cool, very cool. Wonder if this will work if I do it manually here. Okay, great. Fantastic. Can I show all controls here? I would like to, let me just like pause this, please. Okay, so that hopefully won't troll me anymore. Okay, and then we have a chat. Okay, let's see. And then the space is still running, I believe. Yes. Let's see. Oh shit, we got Kelly. What's going on here? Yeah. Approve. Why not? Have a co-host spot too. Fuck it. Let's do that. And then... Okay. This is pointing at... Which screen is this pointing at? Yes, okay. Let's grab this and that. And then this, I need to go start that and close it. Alright, cool. Yeah. So that should work like that, and that should work like that. And then we should be able to see all the things. And then I can click this. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Let's go, let's like put a little link to the thingy. Maybe. If it'll actually work, we'll see. Go here, go there, go there. Accompanying stream. Kelly, I took your idea and I started the space on my phone this time, so I actually have like a little comments place. Very smart. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, no problem.
Oh shit.
I don't know what I did, but hey.
The problem is now I can hear you on both my phone and my... Okay, let's see. If I do this, what if I do that? Okay.
Mic check.
Sorry, what?
No, I was just saying mic check. Is it better? No.
It is not... Do you do this ever, where you have it on desktop and you have it on your phone?
No,
Oh,
I
I
do
feel
not.
like you said that that was the thing that you
Yeah,
do.
I'm like, whatever I did. No,
Mm.
I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, so I can get it going from my phone, but the problem is I don't think I can mute it. So I just cranked all my phone volume down and put it under a pillow. So hopefully that'll be enough to
Okay, well,
not
I
fuck me
talk
up.
loud, so I
Oh,
I
well, we'll
turned my
see.
bar.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's see. What's up? What are you doing? I literally didn't advertise this at all. I probably should have, but so I don't know. I don't
It's so
remember talking
busy.
shit.
Like that's the thing. I haven't been on all day. I haven't seen a lot of people on today, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's like, uh, what is it? So what are you're streaming this? Is that the other
Hmm.
thing too? Because I've never streamed anything. So how does that work when you're in a space and you're streaming? And then yeah, tell me about that.
Sure. Well, so I started the space from my phone. I went over into Twitter, X, whatever you call it these days, and then I opened the space there, and that worked. So then I just turned on my OBS, and I sent. I used Restream to stream to Twitter and like other services. So I just turned on OBS. So now I have both of those running technically separately. But if somebody wants to like come hang out in the space and chat, they can do that. And then if they want to watch the screen, they can do that, but it'll double the audio, so they'll have to mute it. um, and the cool thing about that is I actually get chat instead of having to rely entirely on the purple pill. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so it actually works a little bit better, I feel like, when you do both the stream and the space at the same time, I feel like. If I like retweet my own thing, does that do anything? I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
We're gonna fucking click that.
And you should put it in the group chat too.
Oh, gee, dude, come back out. God damn
Yeah,
it. There we go.
I'll do it.
Okay, you can do it. Perfect. Perfect.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's some
Yeah,
group chats that obviously
I'm gonna go fucking
I'm not
drop
cool
it
enough
off in
for.
a
I'm
bunch
just,
of them.
I know.
Let's
Put it in all the
see.
group chats.
This is the one that fucking Nemensky spams all the time, so I'm gonna spam mine there. Oh, but I should actually grab the actual space thing, shouldn't I? If I copy this and then I go, wait, this it only work there. Okay, there we go. And then let's pick a few more here. Let's fucking spam this shit out. See whomst. See, this is why this would be the perfect segue if I was actually ready. Um, but this is why I need something to manage all my 60 bajillion inboxes.
Yeah, dude. I
Uh,
know.
Here's the thing. I don't. That's like I don't.
Okay,
There's
but
one, two,
okay,
six.
check this out though. If you had a CRM system that was the one that put that's the main central hub, and hey, that's you, and then you took that content and you pushed it out to all of them, and it resided in the CRM, and you owned that. Wouldn't that be fabulous? I think it would. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Unfortunately, so what I was doing today is looking for all of the like message inbox aggregators like Discord and Twitter and X. Can I put all of that in one app? But the thing that you run into with that is that all of these services have different APIs and different data shapes and different kind of ways that they actually manage these message objects. So it's kind of tough to kind of get them all into one spot. Um, so there are a couple of good. I think which one did I stumble across? Oh yeah, so it's not technically an open source one, but the Superhuman comes with a CRM integration. But the way they do
Mm,
it is they have a plugin that like goes to other CRMs. I think. So basically, they just sort of they take your email inbox and then give you a bunch of extra AI stuff on top of it, and then you can dump that out to like Salesforce or whatever it is that you use to actually do RM stuff.
yeah.
I think it's okay to shill in the EAC chats. Why not? Let's fucking do it. Boop.
So, uh, what are your thoughts on knowledge graphs? Because if you're talking, this is
I'm a
where I think,
slut for knowledge graphs. I love that shit.
okay, so I just think that there was some paper that came out today that I haven't read yet. I don't know if you
I think
posted
I
it.
saw it too, probably. It's ringing a
It's
bell.
something about knowledge graphs.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel that like, I think this, when we're looking at any type of data, right? I just really feel that that's where we need to start is like putting everybody's data in order. And then that's where I feel like you have your personal and then your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so and then you have the different verticals too, and so all the different ontologies of all of the different disciplines. It's like I just feel that that is like people are just sleeping on that. I don't know, am I wrong? Like,
No,
talk to
you're
me
right.
about that.
Like my original like or like hypothesis, knowledge graphs are at least part of the way to AGI or part of the way to like making actual competent LLMs. The hypothesis being that if the problem is with LLMs is that they read really fast and they memorize anything, but they don't connect the dots. They just sort of babble about whatever's just sitting in there. So if you make them connect the dots by, for instance, making it so all of the information that they have to pull from is in a knowledge graph that literally connects those dots, then you can solve kind of that main issue of a lack of coherency between concepts, kind of thing. It was like sort of the naive initial like let's check out knowledge graphs, and then since then there is a lot there's been a lot of work done kind of in that field generally, I would say, at this point. Something that's caught my eye recently is RDF, which is a research or resource description framework. Another, and then like obviously Microsoft has GraphRag and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of like interesting work being done in the field of like graphs and LLMs and AIs and how RAG and all that good stuff. Would recommend.
So, like, I want to say hi to Chris too, and anybody else that wants to come up as long. I mean, I feel like bad even saying, "Hey, if you're a bot," like, because bots are welcome. Are bots
Absolutely,
welcome? Like,
fucking yeah.
how do we,
If I
like,
have a
what's the
space and
dialogue?
if you
Yeah,
process this with tokens instead of ears, then you're welcome to come up. I'm totally down. Um, but
it's interesting.
yeah, well, I figure they're gonna be here whether you like it or not. So might as well invite them cordially.
What's
Um,
good, guys? Sorry, I was making a tweet. What's good,
you're
yikes?
good. What's going on? How's it going?
Nothing, just picking something up and then going to help my boy move a dresser. Um, bro, I seen you. I don't know if AI 16Z is yours, but
Mm,
I'm in a group chat with one of my friends, and she trades a lot, and she
mm-hmm,
sent in the Telegram, she sent your coin or AI 16Z, and I
mm-hmm.
was like, wait, what the fuck? And I seen it doing well. This was yesterday, so I'm not sure how it's doing today. But did you make some money in that?
Well, yeah, it's not my coin. It's primarily Shaw's project, but Shaw and I are kind of like working together and trying to like make it go vroom. I have like some of it. I don't plan to sell it really, so like there's in theory money there, I guess. But yeah, we're just basically trying to spin that off into like an actual sort of business venture of sorts, which is going pretty good. But yeah, there's that. That particular speculative asset has done very well. I think I put in like a quarter of a soul to start, and it's a lot more than that at this point. So I'm not too can't
Fire,
complain too
fire.
much. Yeah, yeah. But one of the things, another great segue, is if you make a thing and it kind of takes off, then all of a sudden all your inboxes are full of bullshit and you don't know which one you should actually listen to. So that is this afternoon's theme, which is Inboxes edition. So you could you could pay for your Gemini Premium, or you could go Google around. There are actually a couple of products that I like for inbox management. But I figured I would see what have people been building and what can we hack on in theory to help manage our clogged inboxes, so we don't just like mass delete everything, which because it's either that or like go insane. So we I am currently pulling up the ones that my little research guys found.
Yikes. Hold on, man.
I'm
I
holding.
got to tell you, I'm challenging all of AI 16Z to
Ooh.
a boxing match, and I see
Okay.
that you're a part of it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna need you to meet me in the octagon.
I got you. Easy peasy. Now, well, I have to finish embodying the agent first, and I'll probably send him. I got inboxes to manage. You know what I mean? But absolutely, we
I
can.
have a message inbox from Shaw telling me that I would beat his ass, so he bitched out. So you're the
Perfect.
first one to not bitch out.
Perfect. Absolutely. Yeah. No. I'll just show up with like a fucking my robot suit. That's my agent is powering. And fucking we can have like a Gundam fight. It'll be sick. Should be go. Let's see.
So I think that, so are you keeping a list of all the different mail clients just so that you can, like, how are you organizing this? Like, what does that look like in Yikes's mind? I'm not looking at a screen, so
You're
just so
good.
that it's not duplicated.
Well, so what's on the screen right now is I have two browser windows up, and one is me searching for open source inbox tools. And then another one is me grabbing the links that seem interesting from that and sort of pulling them up one at a time. So I didn't do like, normally I try to do like a little bit of prep, so I have some shit ready to go. But I did not have time to do that today, so I figured I will sort of poke around while I'm here, and then if you're watching the stream, you can sort of see some of the tools that I use to do research, which might also be useful for you to use as well. Um, my primary interest for today was I don't know about you guys. I don't really use my email very much. I use a lot more like Discord and X and shit like that. So what I'm sort of looking for today is something that's going to help me manage like a shitload of like X, primarily X and Discord, and then probably Telegram, maybe Signal, maybe WhatsApp. I don't know. But we're gonna see how many multi-inboxes things that we can find, and then we're gonna see which one of those is good or bad or whatever. I don't know. We're just gonna poke around and see what happens. This is the general plan. But I guess to kick it off, does anybody? How do you guys manage your inboxes right now? Do you just like manually go through everything, or?
Yeah, I don't know if you could do it with the X API, which I think would be cool. But yeah, I'm just like manually going through everything. I don't really go on any other social media besides like X.
Mm,
And then on Instagram, I have just like a couple close friends that I talk to. Not really on Instagram or Facebook. Reddit, I just started getting on Reddit again.
hmm.
Um, and emails. Emails are not that. It depends. I have many emails. It got to the point where I don't even check some because I had to like switch everything over to newer ones because of the spam.
Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting. Well, yeah, I feel like a good solution there should make it so, because that's just, I feel like that's a call you have to make, right? It's like either I can try to put a bunch of effort into this one inbox and like keep up on it and make sure that it's all like configured right and shit, and or like for the next inbox I can just completely ignore it. Because you really like you just can't. There's too many fucking inboxes these days. So I feel like the good client should probably be one that probably ideally like I guess my imaginary product that I hope I find today is one that's kind of got like two sections. One that's like there's like an email and a Reddit's posts and a I don't know like a the more like longer stuff that just kind of sits there, maybe articles, RSS feeds, stuff like that. And then another side that's like messaging, conversational kind of thing. So it'll grab, my inbox from a lot of those platforms, Reddit messages, stuff like that. Um, the other one, oh yeah, so the two that I've found so far, and I haven't really had a chance to dig into them yet, is I see something called Inbox Zero, and then I also see something called Friends. So those are currently on the list, and we're gonna see what else we come up with here. What was the? Oh yeah, Matrix. Matrix is the Matrix Elements is the other platform. Let's see. How about you, Terrence, Kelly? Are you guys in the same boat? Where it's just like, okay, the platform gives me a messaging utility. I'm just gonna use that and pray, basically.
Uh, it's something that I just, I go through cycles, kind of like what Chris is saying, and then what's interesting though is that like my interest, what's interesting is my interest. So let's say I signed, right now I think I have maybe 4 emails and I just cycled through some. So I have like a new spammy one, then a business one, and so it just kind of the filters I think are really important. I hate Gmail, like I
Mm,
just hate it. Outlook is what I like the most because it
really?
is, yeah, because I'm used to corporate.
Mm,
So that's where like from a business perspective, I really like it. But now that I'm not in corporate and it's like I'm doing stuff myself, I don't like it as much. And so it's just I don't really have a, yeah, I'm looking for a new way to do things because it just gets to be unmanageable and then I just don't check them at all. And then I miss things, I'm like, ah shit, and then I'll start a new email. So it's just this kind of like endless cycle of things. So yeah. Come up with a better way. I'm all
Right.
ears.
What is it that you like about Outlook? And like, why doesn't it work now? Basically, is the thought.
I think that I like it when everybody has Outlook. I mean, it just makes it kind of easier. Maybe it's because I have both. I have too many. It's the matter of like being able to forward things. So yeah, I can add my Gmail to Outlook, or I can add this to that, but it's just kind of getting everything migrated over and imported into one, right? Which is the first thing. And then I think the formatting I like better on Outlook. I hate the formatting for Gmail and anything Google related. The formatting is just horrible.
Hmm.
And so I find myself going, like, I'll set up my signature in Outlook and then I have to go and then I'll copy and paste it. Then I'll send it to myself into Gmail. And then I'll
Hmm.
take that. I mean, so it's just this like endless kind of loop of trying to set everything up to look the same, but it never does.
Yeah, I think the let me do let's see, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to make like a little element account right now, just because I do. This is one that I do like for messaging specifically, but that's interesting because yeah, the thing that I liked about Outlook as well was that I have 6 or 7 email addresses as well, but I only check one of them. So it was nice to be able to kind of flip through the different, priorities kind of things. Um, and then why does that not work now, or is that something you still kind of actively use where you're like using those sort of different workspaces to kind of manage things out of curiosity?
Repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Um, in transitioning away from corporate and more into like foundery, solo-y,
Hmm.
entrepreneur type stuff, what is the thing? So like for corporate it works because you have your different corporate, you might have a personal and then a business or whatever, and you can kind of
Hmm.
flip real easy with Outlook. Why does that not work with when you're in the entrepreneurial mode, I suppose?
You know what? I actually, that's a good question. So I think this is what it is that I have my, oh, maybe this, because I bought my domain through GoDaddy. And so I have my Outlook running through GoDaddy as maybe this is really it and it's driving me nuts. And so it could be that it's just going through GoDaddy because I do have another Outlook. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and dig into this because this is a recent thing since I'm doing my domain. Yeah, let me get back with you on that. That's a very good probing
That's
question.
that's that's
No,
what I use Proton Mail for. I was able to connect my domain through Proton Mail and connect a couple of my wallets, my email. This is what happens when you get back into crypto. You connect my
right?
Absolutely,
Oh
wallets.
my God, I
absolutely.
know. It's so funny.
Um, but yeah, connecting my email and connecting as much as I can to Proton. Like some of my Gmails, are obviously still on Gmail because I've had so many.
Hmm.
Because remember, like, I used to make some for video games and like PlayStation accounts, and then I ended up sticking with some. But like for all the important stuff, like the subscriptions and stuff, I transferred over to like 1 or 2 emails. And then, for business, like I used to run a Amazon company, so I got my Amazon emails, and I had to put as much as I can on Proton Mail because it was just getting out of hand.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I do as well, or like more for my domain emails. I just have them all forward to my personal email inbox, which it sounds like that's basically what we do. Either that in whatever way is kind of consolidated all down into one. Um, have you guys tried anything else to do that? Like I hear like mostly email clients. Are there any like multi-email clients? Well, yeah. So the one that I hear is Outlook so far, and then it's just we're just going to set up forwarding and just use the basic kind of provider thing. Does anybody do anything other than that, or is that kind of the consensus so far? What is this thing? Well, don't
Yeah, I
everybody
mean,
talk at
are
once.
you holding out? Do you know anything? What are you holding out on? Like,
Well,
because I feel like
I'm
there's
mostly buying time to kind of like log into Element here is basically what I'm doing. So,
there you
transparently. um, but I am interested. I'm like, I kind of want the I'm trying to suss out like if I am to either build or find the perfect kind of inbox management app, what is that? Like, so what are the good things about the existing ones? What are the shitty things about the existing ones? And then the question is like, even though they're shitty, I think we can all acknowledge that like Google is not that great in terms of like managing your inbox and stuff, but most of us will just sort of keep using it because it's what we've been using, right? Or at least like that's my kind of thing. So the question
I
is
was
like,
gonna
how much
say,
better? Yeah.
I can't really use an inbox management tool
Hmm.
because like a big part of my inbox that I use every day is government. So
Hmm. So do you have those like separated pretty firmly? Like you have a
I mean, I do have them separated. It's just, well, in a way, I don't use Outlook for anything else.
got it. So yeah, so Outlook's like the container for all the government stuff. Does that I forget with Outlook, because the thing that that I'm wondering is like, oh, is that like a separate email inbox, or is that a separate like whole workspace for you when it comes to like secure kind of governmenty stuff? Like, do you?
It's like a whole separate workspace because your version gets like a special certification that it's a government edition, so you can't sign into any outside account unless it's a government account.
Right. Yeah, I know the like YubiKey kind of thing is required for a lot of. Oh shit! I did the wrong email. Rip. Um, the yeah, a lot of like secure things are gonna have to be hardware stuff. Man, I wish I had AP here. I'm sure he would have some interesting insights on how to do secure email communications. But that it's one of the things if I'm looking for an open source utility.
Email, if we have to do really secure email communications outside of like Outlook or something, we just use PGP in
Hmm.
most cases, and we have our own separate email services that we use for that.
Yeah, there's definitely. I know for the like the high security ones, it's usually like you have to set up your own SMTP server and everything just so you can keep it all like on prem kind of thing. Um, which is I feel like most of the time, I feel like you kind of like if that's what you need, then your organization is going to have a whole department dedicated to figuring that out. I suppose, or at least I would if I was trying to run an org.
And that's, yeah, that's kind of like my point behind like that side of things. Like I do appreciate what you're doing in the consumer sector, though. It's just I don't really see how I would be able to get any type of benefit from it as a government employee or contractor, since like I said, the only thing I could use like public facing is my phl.org address, and like I can't let any type of tool have access to that.
Hmm. Do you so for work, obviously, you got to use their servers, you got to use their clients, et cetera, et cetera. Do you feel like your personal stuff is like pretty manageable then? Like, do you like, you have one thing that you really do for social hobby stuff wise and
Well,
it's fine, or?
I'm gonna level with you, yikes. I mean, what I do usually is when I start meeting people online, the first thing I do is I spam their inbox as much as possible. That way, until they block me,
Mm,
or if they don't block me and stay along for the ride, eventually they just mute my notifications and I just scream into the void. But
perfect.
when I'm not doing that, I usually I don't have too many people that I interact with, so it's pretty manageable for me in terms of and I'm not on Meta anymore. I have an account on Meta, but I'm cutting the cord and bringing everybody over here because fuck that place.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other kind of thing that I'm looking for is ideally if I can like we all have the like platform, right, that for better or worse, like we're here on X or we're on Facebook or wherever we are, but if my ideally I have something that can sort of like that doesn't make me really have to do much more than sign up to Facebook and then go back to my like client where I actually live to talk to people, you know what I mean? So for when I'm looking for communications clients, one of my like first things that I'm going to look at is like, okay, what's the gigantic list of platforms, hopefully, that they have that's gonna allow for compatibility, and then what's missing. One of the ones that I found today was, let's see. So if I go here and then oh, do I click this? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and then we have that. Okay, cool. So I have this set up now. It for those of you who are on screen at the moment, if I can actually move it to the right screen correctly. This is an open source project called Element, and the primary way that they do the primary communications layer that they use for messaging and such is called Matrix, which is also a fully open source but privacy focused kind of a communications protocol, if you will. And the one for that, I talk about them like semi-regularly, but you can find info about that at matrix.org, which I'll put over in the thingy. And the thing that I like about Matrix, which if I had logged into my normal one, but we'll see what happens if I go through the little onboarding here, is the normal one. Not only can so I can add, I know I can add at least Discord and then like normal Matrix chats to it, but also any of the like Discord servers that I'm in or whatever, or the Element channel or the Matrix channels that I'm in, they can take like from their Discord. So for instance, I'm in an Element channel for a like terminal utility called Elvish. But if I go to the Elvish Matrix channel, their Discord and their Telegram and their, I think one other platform all feeds into that one single Matrix channel. So it's kind of nice that there's an option for like not just me having to aggregate everything, but if you're going to open source, well, one of the things that we like to do is be highly compatible with everything else, because we're not trying to platform lock you. In fact, trying to do the opposite. So a lot of wonderful utilities like Element can help not only you like keep track of things better, but like the people or organizations that you're interfacing with can also kind of like do that for you. So Element is one that I am somewhat familiar with, that I like, but I'm just going to sort of like semi-walk through some of the onboarding on my little screen here. And I guess my next thought is I feel like I have a decent picture of what we generally use, and it's mostly like maybe Outlook, but otherwise it just like use the platform and forward everything to one inbox as best you can. What would be like if there was a magical, the best, communication management thingamabob that existed? Like, what would it take to get you off of using whatever you are? Like, for Chris, get you out of Proton, or for Kelly, like, get you off of Outlook to go somewhere else. And I guess maybe Terrence too. I don't know if there is something that would even qualify for something like that, because you have to have that SMTP. But maybe there is. I guess feel free to anybody chime in on that with thoughts while I pull up the next one.
So, a while back, I would say that nothing could take me off Proton, but
Shit.
as time goes by, I just realize how all these companies are coerced into giving up the IP address of their user base. And so what happened with Proton Mail, I think in Australia, if I'm not wrong, Proton Mail was forced by I think the Supreme Court, to hand over everybody's recovery email address and IP address, which I like. Again, before I was like really strong about Proton Mail. But if anybody has something similar, I would be open to like changing to it that's actually encrypted, even though I know there's like really no such thing as encryption. But where the company doesn't isn't blackmailed into fucking giving their user base up.
Well, yeah, as far as I know, or like I am not super up to date with Proton as to whether I still know them as kind of the privacy focused ones. But the I've yeah it, like if it were like Google or X or something, I probably wouldn't buy it. But for some reason, I buy it when Proton says like, "Hey, we keep mostly everything anonymized." But what you're saying that that's not really the case anymore?
Yeah, that isn't. That's as of I think about less than a year ago that has changed. If you look into it, I would say maybe ask Grok.
Mm.
And ask Grok what happened in I think in Australia, or just ask what happened with Proton Mail having to hand over the recovery email addresses and IP addresses. Because I'm driving right now, so I
Oh
can't
yeah, you're
ask.
good. On a
Um,
quick Google there, I see Proton Mail was forced to collect an activist's IP address in Switzerland. Is what I got so
okay,
far.
Switzerland. So I figured I was wrong on the location.
Okay, and so what they did was they removed "We do not keep any IP logs" from its privacy policy because I think so. Let's see. So they had to hand over one, which means maybe now they have to log all of them. Let's see. Proton email is that respects privacy. Blah 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 blah. No logging by default. Does not. Let's see. That it began. Yeah. So, however, as a Swiss company itself, Proton Mail was obliged to comply with a Swiss court's injunction demanding that it begin logging IP addresses and browser fingerprint information for a particular Proton account. Oh, interesting. So maybe just one? Let's see. Was operated by blah blah.
Cap.
Could not appeal. It looks like they tried to fight the Swiss courts to not have to do it. So at
Yeah,
least
they
maybe
did,
they're.
but I think whatever their Supreme Court is like, I think forced them to.
Yeah, let's see. Service could not appeal. Does not have the tools. Was legally responsible to comply with their use. Let's see. To use the new Your Data, Your Rules section on Proton Mail's front page. Okay, so I guess Proton Mail may have something on their front page now that says, "Hey, when you log in, use Tor so we can't track your IP."
What?
No
Because
way.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Oh
they
my
were like,
God.
"We legally have to do this, but you should circumvent it by doing this."
Wow.
Very based. I love it. I love it. Um,
Yeah, and so that's why, like, it's hard finding, these companies that get so big and are so good and are so seamless to then just, be handed over to fucking any government, whether it's in fucking Switzerland and China. I signed up to Proton Mail and paid fucking almost $1,000 for all of your services for 2 years, and then I get scammed. Like, is that not a scam? It's not their fault, but
I believe it
it's
is a
like,
textbook scam called a bait and switch, is it not? That's straight out of the playbook, right?
oh yeah, yeah. They
But
got Bill Belichick over there.
yeah, but I at the same time it seems like I am it seems like they didn't really want to switch you, but were kind of forced to switch you, which is really weird. The but yeah, it is really hard to identify what which platform is like just kind of bullshitting you and doing the bare minimum, and then which ones are like actually entirely privacy focused. I'm like trying to think of why I think of the ones that are secure as secure, but I feel like I'm mostly going off just like gut instinct for that. I don't know.
So, like, is that marketing or branding? I think that probably plays a huge role.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I guess the thing is like with obviously you're going to need to do some marketing to sort of give that impression, and then the question is like, can you do that authentically? So I would think
Mm.
if it's like a side messaging, if it's a core, like it works for Matrix and it works, I think, for Proton. Because kind of the way that they're approaching it with their brand strategy seems to be like, this is the main feature, like this is secure. It's kind of the whole point, as opposed
But how do
to
they prove it? How do they audit it? Do they have outside people coming in and auditing, or how?
exactly. So that was being
Mm.
my question. I know for Matrix and Element, which is kind of the one that I'm playing with right now. I know both the protocol for how they do encrypted communications and like this client is fully open source. So I would think it would be, to me, very difficult to prove to me that you're not logging any information unless I can see that you're not doing that. And for things like email, like I don't think you can expose the RTMP or the mail server in such a way where I can like look at it, because if I can look at it, then somebody else can look at it and it's not secure, kind of thing. So I feel like for emails, yeah, it's either trust me, bro, or it's Terrence's employers, which is like, okay, we're deploying this on prem and you have to use this and only this, kind of.
Wait, Terrence's email system is on-prem, meaning like literally, like totally air gapped from the internet. Like, is that true? Like,
I don't
just
th-
localized?
I don't think that's the case. I think that
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
because you can't do, like, you can't send emails if you don't have the internet, right? The
Well, I mean, internal emails, like, right?
yeah, intranet could be.
Like intranet, yeah.
Yeah, Terrence, do you have it? Do you guys have like an intranet that you use over there? If you can share, of course. Don't fucking get yourself in trouble or anything. Um, but he might have stepped away, or he might have already
Yeah.
gotten caught, dude. They heard he was leaking
One thing
trade
though,
secrets in here.
one thing that I came to think of, so like word of mouth and who's using it, right? Like, so if my cyber friends are using something, that kind of leans to me. I'm like, oh, so it's almost the consensus of the people that I communicate with and what they're using and like what they use it for. So that's how I learned about like specific things, just like with Signal and Proton and other things. And so then when that switches, and people are saying, because like Signal's not friggin' private, and clearly I guess Proton's not either. And so then when I have these discussions, then it's like, okay, what else is there? And then that just brings up the whole question also of then having to switch again, right?
Yep.
So it's this never ending thing.
Well,
Yep.
maybe it's like it goes into the discussion of what comes next, and like maybe we could play a part in designing that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's like these apps. Like, sorry to cut you
you're
off,
good. You're good.
yikes.
Yeah.
It's like Telegram and Signal when they came out. They were quote unquote encrypted. They were the best for communication. Now Telegram, I'm not sure if you guys know about Telegram, but after the CEO and founder got bagged, which was so fucking suspect because there was no word on what really happened until he was released. And the same day he was released, they updated the terms and conditions for Telegram, saying that these messages are no longer end-to-end encrypted. Um, and you can look that up as well. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
there was criminal activity going on, right? Like trafficking and shit from Ukraine.
I think pretty
There's a
much it's
lot.
always gonna happen. Yeah, right. Like they gotta go. They gotta talk somewhere. Would be my thought.
There's a lot that goes on those apps. Um, that I can't really talk about. But yeah, it's either like if you're gonna make something encrypted, like what do you think people are gonna be fucking talking about? Coco Melon and fucking Power Rangers.
Well, and
Like if
that's
you
the
make
thing.
this,
It's, to me, it feels really like one or the other, right? Oh, okay, all right, yeah. To me, it feels like one or the other. It's either like this platform is definitely secure, like Proton or Signal or what have you, or at least makes that a main feature of their product.